Imagine a World Cup so massive that it completely changes football forever. More teams, more matches, more countries, more fans, more drama, more opportunities for history to be made. That's exactly what the FIFA World Cup 2026 promises to deliver. For decades, the FIFA World Cup has been the pinnacle of football. Every 4 years, billions of people stop what they're doing to watch nations battle for the most prestigious trophy in sports. From legendary goals and stunning upsets to unforgettable celebrations and heartbreaking defeats, the World Cup has consistently produced moments that live forever in football history. But FIFA 2026 is not just another edition of the tournament. It is set to become the biggest World Cup ever organized. And the reasons why are absolutely incredible. The first reason is simple: more countries than ever before will participate. Previous World Cups featured 32 teams, a format that had been used since 1998. In 2026, that number jumps to 48 teams. Think about that for a moment. 16 additional nations will now have the opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage. For many countries, qualifying for the World Cup has always felt nearly impossible. Some generations of talented players have come and gone without ever experiencing a World Cup appearance. Now, more nations have a realistic chance to achieve that dream. This expansion means more stories, more rivalries, and more opportunities for underdog nations to shock the football world. Fans may witness countries making their first ever World Cup appearance, and known stars could emerge overnight. Entire nations could fall in love with football in ways never seen before, and when more countries participate, something extraordinary happens. More people become emotionally invested, more communities unite behind their teams, more flags appear in the streets, more dreams are created. But that's only the beginning. The second reason FIFA 2026 will be the biggest World Cup ever is the number of matches. The 2022 World Cup featured 64 matches. FIFA 2026 will feature a staggering 100 matches. That is an increase of 40 additional games. For football fans, this means more action than ever before. Every day could bring multiple exciting encounters. There will be more goals, more dramatic finishes, more penalty shootouts, and more moments capable of breaking the internet. The tournament itself will feel bigger because there will simply be more football to enjoy. Fans won't have to wait long between major matches. The excitement will continue for weeks. Then there's the hosting arrangement, which is unlike anything football has ever seen. For the first time in history, the World Cup will be hosted by 3 nations: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. This is a historic milestone. The United States brings some of the world's largest and most technologically advanced stadiums. Massive venues capable of holding tens of thousands of fans will provide incredible atmospheres for some of the tournament's biggest matches. Canada is experiencing rapid growth in football popularity and will have the opportunity to showcase itself to a global audience. Mexico brings a rich football culture and passionate supporters who have helped create some of the most memorable World Cup atmospheres in history. Together, these 3 countries create a hosting partnership unlike anything seen before. The scale of logistics, travel, infrastructure, and fan engagement will be enormous. Another reason FIFA 2026 could become the biggest World Cup ever is the size of the audience. Football is already the most popular sport on the planet. Billions of people watch the World Cup, but with more participating nations, viewership is expected to increase even further. Every new country that qualifies brings millions of additional supporters. Entire populations become emotionally invested in the tournament. Television audiences rise, social media conversations explode. Online engagement reaches new levels. By the time the final whistle blows in 2026, the tournament could become the most watched sporting event in human history. The economic impact is also expected to be enormous. Host cities are preparing for millions of visitors. Hotels, restaurants, transportation networks, local businesses, and tourism industries are all expected to benefit significantly. The World Cup is not just a football competition. It is a global event that influences economies, cultures, and communities. Then there is the quality of talent that fans are likely to witness. By 2026, football will be entering a new era. A new generation of superstars will be ready to dominate the global stage. Many young players who are currently exciting fans around the world will be entering the prime years of their careers. The tournament could feature some of the most talented squads ever assembled. Established stars will be desperate to cement their legacies, while younger players will be eager to announce themselves to the world. Every World Cup creates heroes. Every World Cup creates legends. And FIFA 2026 could introduce a generation that defines football for the next decade. The expanded tournament also increases the possibility of surprises. One of the reasons fans love the World Cup is unpredictability. Nobody expected some of the greatest upsets in football history. Nobody predicted certain underdog runs. Nobody imagined some of the dramatic moments that eventually became iconic. With 48 teams involved, the chances of seeing shocking results become even greater. A nation that nobody talks about today could become the story of the tournament tomorrow. An unknown player could become a global superstar overnight. A football powerhouse could suffer an embarrassing early exit. That unpredictability is what makes the World Cup magical, and perhaps the most important reason FIFA 2026 will be the biggest World Cup ever is because it represents football's future. The game is expanding into new regions. More countries are investing in football development. More young players are dreaming of representing their nations on the world stage. FIFA 2026 is a reflection of football's global growth. It is designed to include more people, more cultures, and more stories than any World Cup before it. Whether you love the new format or have concerns about the expansion, one thing is impossible to deny. The FIFA World Cup 2026 will be bigger than anything football has ever seen. More teams, more matches, more fans, more nations, more drama, more history waiting to be written. And somewhere among those 48 teams is a future champion preparing for the moment that could define an entire generation. The countdown has already begun. The only question now is this: which nation will rise above the rest and become the first champion of football's biggest World Cup ever?